following Junior Bowlers Tour main event broadcast is brought to you by Tang. Tang! Not just a tasty beverage, it's two incredible bowlers. The Tang brothers are the title match contestants here of the 2014 Scratch Division main event. Taller one is Michael, that's him. He's playing his brother Darren, and he's going to be trailing by 9 pins here because Darren doubled and Michael's got a 4-pin to shoot at here in the second frame. Simultaneously over here in the handicap division, it's an all Arizona matchup as Abby Franklin is taking on William Robbins. William has to win by 6 to tie and 7 to win the match. If Abby misses this 5-7, she'll start with back-to-back opens while Robbins went 9 miss and then strike in the second. And that is the case over there. Abby, the one with all the experience, she's been red hot all season long on tour, won a couple titles. Second in the Vegas Open over the summer as well. While William, this is far and away his career high JBT finish. And he's climbed the sort of bracket, sort of ladder to get to this point. Both Tangs dominating the collegiate world as well as the main event world as part of the San Jose State bowling team. Michael's got a washout to deal with here in the really challenging pattern in the third frame. Last year the scratch cut was plus 121, this year was minus 5, and I think the field was significantly better this year too. So, do you want me to cut this tape? Ah, there's a nice washout conversion. So for it to be minus 5 on this strength of field, I think was indicative of a pretty tricky pattern. Is that okay with you, Russ? There's William up on lane 50. Right down the boards and almost gets the mixer there. His brother watching as well as Pop. He beat his brother in match play earlier today to his brother's dismay. So we got brother fights all over the place here. Darren for the early 20-pin lead here. Oh, wow. Old bowling ball listens to its directions and pushes and gets that 7. Williams qualified 5th today at plus 378 going through. Whoa, what is that? He's the Carolina Panthers, 3-4-1 in match play there. But a very neatly written scorecard. Aggressive prediction from Zwag behind me. Look how neat this. Well, let's catch a ball first. Yeah, nice shot from Robbins. Look how neat Williams' scorecard was. I'm very impressed. This is how it's supposed to be done, people. Richard Paul, take a note. The sloppiest scorecard I ever saw. Ridiculous. Abby's got a big old fan section back here. Worst she's gonna do is make $1,000. Yeah. First strike of the title match for her. Darren converted his 7-pin to continue to lead by 12. Way wide. The general tendency at Texas is for the ball to hook at your toes, so if you grab it a little bit, it's got no chance to hold, but if you try and circle it too much or just start it wide on this pattern, that's what's going to happen too. So, got to execute to hit the pocket today and then figure out what's going on in the next lane and the lane after that. It's the same pattern, but topography is really the challenge here. Lane to lane can be tough. No problem with the spare for Abby, and I don't think that's the way he drew it up, but no problem with the spare for Darren. Dropped a couple pins of count, so down to a 1-mark match here. Tang brothers are going to take $5,000 home, splitting 3 and 2 one way or the other. Oh, solid 10 from William. Real similar styles, which makes a lot of sense. Oh my goodness. And an absolutely brutal solid 9. These guys, these high rev rate, high speed guys, hit these pins so hard with these modern bowling balls. I've seen stone 7s all over the place. I think solid 9s are like more common than like 4 pins or anything with these guys. The The ball just devastates the pins. Nine spare that should be a 10. I qualified fourth at plus 359, going 6-2 in match play. As William trips out that 4. Having the tournament of his life. He's bowled just about every Arizona event this season and really didn't do a whole lot. Found the main event much to his liking. So after a stone 9, the ball ends up wobbling at the break and he buckets. That's frustrating. And saw him mouth the word wow. Body language tells the rest of the story right now. Abby misses the head pin again, but fortunately doesn't leave a washout. And she's done. So she trails by 15, but remember she's getting 6, so they're still within a mark over there. The very tricky bucket to shoot at. Yeah, it's one of the many ways it can go wrong. So he falls further behind with that, only 81 through 5. 200 games out of premium, all step ladder long. Very few of them out of anybody in any division. Nope, it's a drop there. Abby, a rapidly improving bowler, but the biggest flaw in her game is occasionally dropping that ball a little bit, and that's a timing issue more often than not. But out of to get 7 spare out of that would be just fine with her right now. Darren working on a spare, leads by a little bit less after that. Let's see how easy it is to miss the head pin on either side here. Look out! Whoa! She almost misses said head pin right there, but gets just enough of it. A couple other tidbits. This girl finally caught a break as she missed yet another cut by a pin, but unfortunately Cheyenne had to drop out, so she got to bowl finally today. Del Warner already won the scratch division. Here's Robbins with the strike working in the 7th. High hit, breaks up the split though. Spares are a premium in both divisions, no question about that. Darren 37 of pins ahead of his brother after 16 games this week at plus 396. Most of those 30 pins coming off of a 1 match better match play record, 7-1, losing only to Justin Dunn, another finalist. Top seed Andrew Anderson was a victim to 1 Tang, while who lost to the other match? Chase Nadeau lost the other Tang in the semifinals. Chase doubled to knock out Nick Duplan the game before that. While Kendall Miles and Michael Coffey, 2 Floridians, round out the top 8s. Williams spares that 5 pin in the 8th. He'll lead by 18 on the screen, giving only 6, so he's in pretty good shape. Michael in good shape too, leading by 21. We're working off an open. That's wide the whole way and lucky to get the 10 out of that 2-8. Oh, just the 2, but even better. 5 pins probably have never looked so hard as they do right now, and you get to the last frame of the title match, but Williams got it, no problem. Part 2 should be exciting. Make sure to watch it. We'll see which of these 4 bowlers come out with the titles.